Tyler, I wish we didn't give that up, of course, but other than that, I thought we were great. And then the second half, just kind of melt down, too much leaky yardage, missed tackles, not fitting it right, not good enough.
What's going on, Roasters? It's Brian Baldi here with the NFL Network, and you're listening to the Morning Roast with Bonte and Shasky on 95.7 The Game.
Baldi will be here tomorrow, 7:30. Baldi. And then he's coming to town for the Kansas City game. So where will the 49ers be when they play Kansas City? Will they be 2-4? Will they be 3-3? Operation 4-4 don't sound too bad right now, does it? It's just 4-4 and get to the bye week. Then the schedule doesn't lighten up. So the schedule, this was supposed to be the easy part of the schedule, right? Play the Jets, play the Rams, they're beat up. You play the Cardinals, they're beat up. You play the Patriots. Let's face it, this 49ers team is not clicking on all cylinders. And I don't the Super Bowl hangover, that I don't know what's going on with that. That's just not a good football team right now.
They're 0-3 against the NFC.
I know. 0-2 against the NFC West.
So, like, right now, people could tell me, oh, they win on Thursday. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you'll right the ship a little. But are they where we wanted them to be? No. Are they where they wanted to be? No. Do they even look like they are a complete football team? Not even close. They just don't. And I look at their personnel. I thought it might have been upgraded in some areas. I was wrong. They look a little old. They look a little slow. They definitely look beat up right now.
Well, but you know what? The hell with that beat up stuff.
No, beat up is not. No, beat up is not an excuse.
Arizona limped into this building. Arizona limped into Levi Stadium.
Look like vintage Fred Warner?
But Arizona's missing all kind of defensive personnel.
I'm not saying it's an excuse.
Everybody. I don't want to hear anything about excuses. The Rams, they had all kind of injuries. All kind of injuries.
About that this team has been through some gladiator wars year after year after year, and it looks like it's catching up. I'm not making it an excuse. I'm saying when you get a step slower, the team they look old. They just look old.
But I'm not buying that whole injury thing and getting beat up when they played the Rams. They didn't have Puka Nacua. They didn't have Cooper Kupp. They didn't have a defensive line. Defensive secondary. They were missing guys galore. Missing guys all over the place. They had a new offensive line. They still won that football game. I don't want to hear anything about being beat up or having excuses. This roster had Deebo Samuel out there on the football field. They had Brandon Ayuk on the football field.
Wait,
they had Brock Purdy. They had Brock Purdy on the football field. They had George Kittle on the football field. They had Nick Bosa on the football field. Collins is on the football field. They had Tig Brown on the football field. Travis Ward was on the football field. Diablo Lenore is on the football field. I go on and on and on. Miss me with the whole beat up and injury stuff. I'm not buying it.
No, I'm saying they look old. They look like an older roster that's not in their primes anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Has Trent played good football this year? Not really.
Jordan Mason's running the ball well.
Jordan Mason is breaking tackles. He leads the NFL in broken tackles.
He does.
Yards after first contact.
But that's what he does.
Jordan Mason looks amazing.
He does look amazing.
Outside of a horrific fumble.
Tomorrow's your chance to have breakfast with Baldi, Friday, October 18th. That's right. Baldi's going to join us. He's going to be live in studio for the Kansas City week. He's calling Kansas City and the 49ers. All right? He's going to join us tomorrow, 7:30. He's going to join us at 7:30. Right after the conversation, we're going to be giving away 10 spots. That's right, 10 spots for you and the guests to come in and have breakfast with Baldi. We'll let you ask some questions. We'll do it live in the studio. We're going to do it right there out there in the sales area, folks. So we're going to do it for you tomorrow. Is your chance to have breakfast with Baldi Friday, October 18th. Let's get back to the lines.
Yeah, let's go. Well, before you go out there, James Conner is old, and he played like a young man yesterday. He did. He played. He took their souls.
Is Nick Bosa not in his prime?
Yeah, but he doesn't look fast right now at all.
Is Fred Warner in his prime?
Yeah, he looked compromised.
He was compromised. He was compromised.
I love Fred Warner.
Collins is playing well.
A lot of physical football.
Is Tig Brown a young player?
Yeah, and he looks slow.
Is Malik Mustafa, who everybody wanted to play, is he a rookie?
And he looks like he's a young man who's arm tackling way too much.
Oh, well, he's a missile, right? He should be arm tackling. All right?
No.
Travis Ward,
you can't arm tackle
prime
James
of his
Conner.
career. Diamond Lenore entering the prime of his career.
Ward looks slow and old.
I don't want to hear this thing about prime and looking old.
I'm just saying the team looks old. I'm not saying that they are old. I'm saying they look old. They look a step slow.
They're just playing slow.
They're playing
slow.
And Devondre Campbell's clearly done. Like he's
he's
cooked.
You know what?
He's cooked.
I'll say this about number 59, Devondre Campbell. He's probably got a couple games left with the San Francisco 49ers. Seriously. When Dre Greenlaw gets back, D. Winters gets more and more reps, and Tatum Bethune, they'll start feeling confident with him. We heard Lynch last week basically say, yeah, we feel comfortable with him wearing a green dot helmet if Fred Warner doesn't go. I want to tell you right now, Don't be surprised if Devondre Campbell's not on this team by the end of the month. All right? He's not playing good football, and I'm just gonna leave him to the side. He's not playing good.
ISO'd so much.
I'm just gonna leave that alone.
So bad.
Number 59, Devondre Campbell, probably want to be on this football team by the end of the month.
And it felt like their D tackles didn't do anything yesterday. It felt like that. Leonard Floyd really didn't do anything. Okawanu, who was great the week before on a couple plays, had a big penalty in this one where they go an extra yard closer on the 2-point conversion, after scoring the touchdown. And it makes it easier to call a run play from the 1 as opposed to the 2. Maybe James Conner scores regardless, but all those things add up.
For all the heat Wilkes got last year, this defense looks a lot worse this year under Nick Sorensen. I'll tell you that much.
They look slow and old.
Well, they're playing slow and old. How do you play? I thought they were going to be playing physical and fast. Let's go to Be Nice in Jersey. Be Nice, what's happening?
Hey, Be Nice.
What's up? This is E-Nice.
E-Nice, what's up, E-Nice?
E-Nice.
Hey, man. I just had to call in because, like you said, we are, 2-3 right now, and it don't look good. You know what I mean? I was talking to my friend, and I was just saying, we got fans and then we got foes. Somehow fans is becoming foes because they're not trying to solve the problem. They just keep trying to tell us the problem. We can see that we're not scoring on offense. We're not stopping nobody on defense good enough, but we're not had that chemistry. I don't know if it's, I always blame it on the coach because he's the highest guy out there, meaning that he needs to train these guys into the positions they need to be in. Just like I think we're doing a Super Bowl hangover where we're not getting exactly the right information needed. And
so what's
coming across to everybody.
E-Nice, what's the solution for this football team right now? What do you think the solution is?
Yo, man, you got to do some laps. I need everybody to practice on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
This team is not a few laps away from being good. You lost to the Cardinals and Rams.
Hold on. This ain't Pop Warner, man. Running a few gashers ain't going to – come on, man. What else? So you just think they need to condition the block better? You think that's the issue? Conditioning? I respect it. I respect your opinion.
That's a joke, though, but I'm saying we need more training on the field. On the field. Something's not going on in that field. On that field, A is not getting a B, B not getting a C, and C not getting a D.
All right, E-Nice.
What do you think of Trey Greenlaw mixing it up on the sideline?
Oh, just the most fired his defense has had all year. That's what I think.
We miss his soul so much.
It was evident in the Rams game.
I mean, God, they missed 57. If you ever doubted the impact of Greenlaw on this team, because I do feel like he flew under the radar for 5 years, I think we all have now realized, damn, he was a good player.
Who was it on the sideline that shoved McBride after they were getting into it? Was it Conley? Someone on the sideline that was just wearing
with the Gatorade bucket?
Yeah, it was weird.
That was Greenlaw.
It was Greenlaw.
Okay, it shoved him.
He pushed him. He did a big dom.
Yeah, that was Greenlaw.
It was big drag.
That was Greenlaw. You're probably going to get fined for that, but it is what it is.
Big dom by 1 second.
Well, everybody
say that again.
You beat me with the big dom comment by 1 second.
Well, everybody used the big dom comment yesterday. That's all I saw. Big dom, big dom, big dom. The hell with fat ass big dom. Jose in Oakland. What's going on? You're on the roast.
I love Dre.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Listen, I said it in the past that Kyle reminds me of Marty Schottenheimer. Sadly, he is Schottenheimer. Okay, he keeps losing these games when he has a lead. But I'm not going to lay this at the feet of him unless he makes adjustments. Quite frankly, I think it's time to take away the keys from the student driver. The Sorensen experiment is not working out. Okay, they need to have somebody that actually knows how to make adjustments. Sorensen might at some point be good, but he's still learning. And unfortunately, the team is not in a position to be, training somebody to be a coordinator. It is a team. It seems like the team, both in defense and offense, has issues adjusting. Kyle does not adjust to what the defense is doing against him on the second half, and the defense is not adjusting to the adjustments of the other team. So we're getting blasted on both sides. Okay, our offense is not moving the ball once they get to the fourth quarter, and our defense just keep giving points left and right. At this point, to be honest with you, the team can be up 21-7, 21-0, and I still wouldn't feel comfortable that we're going to win the game because it's just one too many times. It just keeps happening over and over and over, and I just don't see anything changing. So if Kyle lets this go any further, than it has gone, we're going to find ourselves, 5-7, 5-8.
I don't know.
We're gonna be on the outside looking in.
We'll see. Nobody's going to run away with this division, the NFC West, that is. But look, as annoyed as I am about number 97, Nick Bosa, and trust me, I'm very annoyed with him. Very annoyed. Like I didn't get no sleep last night. He annoys me with the way he talks after a game about holding people accountable. Hold yourself accountable, dude. That's what champions do. That's what winners do. They hold themselves accountable, and they take the blame for themselves.
Don't play him today.
All right? But offensively, to get shut out by this Arizona Cardinals team, and to say, I watched Jaden Daniels. I mentioned to Baldi. I said, man, it looked like they quit.
Wait, you texted Baldi on the side?
No, I'm saying last week on the show.
Oh, I thought you said yesterday.
Don't worry about me.
My bad. I was like, sideshow?
Yeah, no. Well, that's what you do all the time.
Baldi preemptively just texts me out of nowhere. Yeah. It's not my fault.
Oh, yeah.
He likes me.
Yeah. What a flex that is.
It's a flex moment of the show.
Flex moment of the show. Just text me.
How does a team with guy who cuts his teeth on the offensive side of the ball? Well, that's what I was going to
get to here, Shasky, before you cut me off. As much as as far as I'm annoyed about Nick Bosa, because I was saying that Baldi last week, Arizona quit. They quit against the Commanders. They quit. They gave up a 40-burger. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, this should be a walk in the park. Get ready for Seattle on a short week. Let's flip this thing. Get the 4-2 before you play Kansas City in a monster game, and it's all good in the hood. But they lose this game, and I'm thinking to myself, how the hell did they get shut out in the second half by Arizona? Well, two guys. We're gonna give credit when credit is due. Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy did not. That was one of the worst games I've seen Brock Purdy play. I'm sorry.
Why do you say one of the worst? Because I think he's had some bad ones.
He was indecisive.
The Baltimore game was pretty bad.
That's on the top of the list.
Okay.
All right, that's on the top of the list.
Yeah, he's only had a couple bad
regular season games.
Yeah,
regular season games.
He's only had a couple bad ones.
Yeah, that's why this one is at one of the worst games because he has been so good. But yesterday, indecisiveness.
Yeah,
not sure. Check your check downs.
Holding the ball,
scrambling to no man's land, tip passes, just not identifying cover zero blitzes for the life of me. Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy in this scheme. Why are the 49ers offense the only one that has trouble with cover zero blitzes? I see other teams
because they can't
blitz zero. They can run blitz zero. They got a plan in place. Quick wide receiver screen, little dump off to the back, something. But for some reason, for 5 years, Shasky, this team can't block a cover zero blitz.
This goes back to Shanahan, by design, doesn't want his quarterback calling the checks at the line. Right? So it's all done in the huddle, and then when you get to the line, you're supposed to just run the play. Like, that's what he wants. Like, all the answers are there for remember his quote? All the answers are there for the test. So
not for the cover zero blitz.
Well, that's
that answer, you get it wrong every single time. So you go from an A+ to an A-.
That must be a pop quiz.
On the Scantron, A, B, C, D, or E. None of the above.
It just feels like yesterday Purdy felt the rush when it wasn't there and bailed on plays and started scrambling and running around and then just holding the ball and was indecisive. And I thought he was looking to go too deep. To me, I thought that he got too obsessed with what they did last week and he went, I'm going to go deep. I'm going to go deep. Like, bro, just take the yards. Like, for example, there was a play, I think it was second or third down, where he bailed in the red zone late in the game and in the third quarter. And instead of just hitting Mason on the short underneath play, he rolls out to make a play to no man's land. It's like, dude, trust your guy there. Hit Mason on the underneath play. If that's CMC, you're hitting him. Like, trust him right there.
Trust Mason. I agree.
He wasn't seeing the field well. He was feeling rush when there wasn't rush, and he was holding the ball for way too long. It was a bad game for him.
It was.
I don't think anyone could argue otherwise.
It was. And when you're quarterback of the team, you get all the praise when you win.
Totally agree.
And you deserve criticism when you lose.
Did you hear Brady? Brady said something to the effect of, I'm the quarterback. Every pass, the whole franchise rests on my shoulders. Am I paraphrasing that? I want to get the actual sound. We're trying to dig it up. But it was in the second quarter, and he's basically saying that, like, I know you guys want to, like, limit the amount of input that the quarterback has. To me, that's completely false. The great players, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, etc., Lamar, the game is in their control all game.
And I guarantee you Brady wants that.
Yes.
I mean, not Brady, Purdy. Purdy wants that. Purdy wants that. There's a little Shanahan effect with that. There is a little Shanahan effect with that. All right, let's go back out to the lines here. Let's go to Tay all the way out in D.C., Washington, D.C. Tay, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning. How y'all doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, actually.
I'm not doing good.
I'm actually not doing too bad.
I'm not doing good.
Hey, Tay, it was
It's
a great
too
weekend.
Hot. I'm waiting for the fog. My
No.
teams are losing.
No,
I'm having a bad day.
He's having a
I had
bad day.
sinus infection yesterday.
Yeah, well, he's having a bad day. I had a great weekend, Tay. Let me tell you about my weekend. We had pizza with my daughter and the family. We went to Giorgio's, had a great slices, buffalo wings, walked the strip of Clement Street, saw my boy Emil. I hadn't seen him in years. I saw SI come back against Reardon, down 21-0. Shout out to those cats, the cardiac cats.
Did you hear about the record you set this weekend?
What record?
Most tweets in a weekend by a sports host.
Why?
Here at 95.7 The Game.
Why is that?
You
Who's
were just
monitoring
live
my
tweeting
tweets?
every game.
Who's monitoring my tweets? Get a life.
I was.
Get a life.
I'm
Why
just
y'all
teasing.
worried about me? Worried about yourself. But see, Tay, I had a great weekend. I'm tweeting. I'm living my life. I'm on the sideline seeing Cal in Miami, sitting at the 40-yard line. Shout out to Hannah, who hooked me up with the pregame passes and some great seats.
Couldn't even be bothered to come see me.
No, I never leave my seats. Shasky doesn't either.
You were on the field. I was like, hey, come up and say hi.
I do my thing. Tay, I had a great weekend. You can't bring me down right now. Sports are sportsing. Alabama lost. Alabama lost. Well, who else lost? USC lost. I mean, top 10 teams are getting beat left and right. Michigan lost. Tay, I know you've been a hole for a while, but damn it, I had a great weekend.
I didn't.